Let's speak now to international attorney Toby Cadman for more. Thanks so much for speaking to us, Toby. We just heard a potentially dangerous man in detention there express no regrets for fighting with extremists in Syria. He's warned the British government he will never apologize. What do you do with foreign fighters like him who are sitting in detention centers in this legal limbo?
Well, it's a very difficult situation in which we find ourselves. We have a large number of these individuals that all express the same feeling. They express no remorse whatsoever for what they've done. They arguably pose a threat to wherever they are sent. But I think what we would want to see is individuals such as this prosecuted, not merely held in terror holding centres, but actually put on trial for the crimes that they've committed. And that's something that we've been hoping the UK would do, rather than stripping individuals of their citizenship, actually prosecute them for their crimes.
Right, and that is the issue. I mean, regardless of how deplorable this person may be, does the UK have the right to actively revoke the citizenship of a person and render them stateless in order to basically avoid having to deal with them?
Well, this was exactly the situation that came up with the Shamima Begum case, where she had her citizenship revoked on the basis that she can apply for Bangladeshi citizenship. They're saying the same thing with this young man, that he can have Moroccan citizenship even though he's never lived there. And I think that's on very questionable legal grounds that could be challenged in the UK courts. Indeed, we've heard that he will challenge that in the UK courts. Again, it does challenge the policies that are being adopted by the UK government in almost sticking their head in the sand rather than confronting this issue. We're dealing with individuals. We also have the case of one of the Beatles, the so-called Beatles, his mother is now challenging him being handed over to Americans, where he could in fact be taken to Guantanamo. So it's a huge problem.
Right. I mean, and what's interesting, too, is it's almost supposed to be, a punishment to strip the citizenship of a national like the foreign fighter we just saw there. But it seems he's in decent conditions, and he's in a place where he is still allowed to speak out and support his own case here, that he did the right thing by fighting on behalf of these extremist groups. It almost seems to work to their advantage rather than their disadvantage by stripping them of the citizenship and putting them through proper prosecution in the UK.
Well, I think that's right. I think that's exactly right. It does provide them with a platform to advocate for what are very poisonous views that they will continue to do. And it is not addressing the problem. As you've seen, he's not held in particularly harsh conditions, as one would expect. He's not been charged with anything yet, and what we're dealing with are allegations that he faces. And so, I would certainly not advocate for holding individuals like this in harsh conditions on the basis of allegations. They need to. He doesn't dispute what he's done. I don't think it would be a particularly difficult case to bring against him. He's quite open about what he's done, and so we have to focus on holding individuals accountable for crimes committed in Syria and elsewhere, not just pushing them away onto the responsibility of another country. And Turkey needs to be provided with the support to prosecute these individuals in Turkey, where they are now in Turkish custody.
Indeed. Toby Cadman, thank you so much for joining us. We greatly appreciate it. And you can watch that full interview with foreign fighter Sufyan Mustafa Kemal on the Newsmakers later at 1800 GMT.